Hey everybody, big welcome back. And today we got a real special treat for you, which is checking out Hamilton's newest waterfront campground. My good buddy, Homeless Tony, invited me down, said that I was more than welcome to take an aerial tour. And he's actually going to make a special appearance later in the video. So make sure in the comments to say hey to Tony. And basically, I'm going to show you. This is a new waterfront campground. It's been open about a year now. And they're operating on basically you don't have to pay a camp membership fee. They use like a barter system. So they're accepting like empty beer, wine, and liquor bottles, stolen cable, like copper, and bike parts. So that's how you can pay for your camping, which is pretty good. And then they're doing it a little different. He said like because it's a campground, it's not a house. So when you go into a house, like a lot of stuff is done now with like open kitchens, open concept kitchens, and instead what they're doing here is open concept garbage. So instead of having to stick to using any particular garbage bin, you just kind of throw it on the ground, and it seems like it's actually working pretty well for them so far. Okay, I'm joking. That's enough smart assery. I'll tell you what. I do actually feel bad for people within reason. I'll tell you right now, within reason. A lot of people don't know this about me. I'm 44 now, but when I was 16, I got into some trouble with the law, whatever. I took off out to BC, and I ended up living in sheds and camping under bridges and forests and all that. So I've been homeless, and I've actually been in encampments back in Vancouver in the 90s along Hastings Street. So I'll tell you, I do actually have some experience with this, and luckily for me, I didn't get into the drugs. That's what this is. I know a lot of people think that these are just poor, unfortunate souls that came across a hard time and lost their job or something like that. No, that's not what happened. I'm telling you right now, these people got into drugs for one reason or another with, the friend that they shouldn't have had or whatever the case may be. And they need treatment. And so I'm going to give you my opinion, and maybe right, might be wrong. I'd love to hear in the comments what you think, but I think that we're at a point where everywhere in Canada and USA, and I imagine all around the world, this is going on, and it really seemed to spike with COVID. So I'm not sure. There probably is some kind of a correlation there, but my opinion, we're at a point now where the only way to fix this moving forward is going to be a heavy-handed approach, which would be forced treatment. So you may think, well, what's forced treatment? What does that look like? Well, I'll tell you what it looks like. So let's just say my buddy Tony is a good guy, but he gets picked up on the side of the road with, some drugs or stolen goods or whatever. What's called it here in Canada, they call it an indictable offense. So something that would have you thrown in prison or jail for under a 2-year sentence. So now you say to this person, well, here's the deal. So you are one of two things is happening. You're going to jail or you're going to treatment. So, say the sentence is, 18 months for possession of stolen property, or you can go into a 6-month treatment. They're going to have to set up treatment facilities. I think I kind of picture it. It might be along the lines of how they used to have, like insane asylums. And I don't mean like that, but I mean like these big buildings where you have rooms and you can actually kind of like a jail, but instead the focus is not punishment, it's treatment, about getting these people, first of all, off the drugs, getting their bodies treated and detoxed and whatever else it is they got to do. And then from there, that's when they can start focusing on life skills, where we're going to try to get them GEDs if they don't have a diploma. Maybe they can learn carpentry skills, or, there's a lot of not simple jobs, but jobs that people with no experience can learn. And I don't think asking or making programs available to these people is going to be appealing. There are plenty of programs. I know a lot of times people say there's not, but there's all kinds of soup kitchens and all this shit. Oh yeah, there's Tony. Look, he's waving hello. Hi, Tony. How's it going, buddy? He's, he is excited to show me around, and he wanted to play a game of catch, like play ball with me, and then he forgot that I can't really play with the drones. So we couldn't join in. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. I'm giving you my opinion. I would love to hear in the comments what you guys think, but I really feel that the government has failed these people by essentially allowing unpunished, unchecked crimes. These people are, if they get arrested, they're back on the streets before the ink dries on the, you know, on the printed sheet of paper with their charges. And then drug use. Right today, I was behind a cop while a guy was doing like crack or whatever it was, some little pipe. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but anyway, right in front of the cop at the stop sign, downtown Hamilton. And I'm not blaming the cops, because ultimately, if the courts are not going to do anything, the politicians are not going to do anything, then I imagine it's demoralizing to the police, because what is the point in arresting them if you're just gonna, nothing's gonna actually happen? And I'm not saying that I want to incarcerate these people. When you're given the option between jail and treatment, I want them to pick treatment. I want to see this fixed. I know that these are people's brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and fathers and sons and daughters and grandchildren. I know that. And I think that the compassionate thing to do is heavy-handed approach, because just making resources available is not working. And yeah, that's basically it. That's my opinion. I wanted to show you what one of these encampment looks like. I didn't want to actually get close and bug anybody, but I wanted to kind of show people what it's looking like, and then throw my 2 cents out there for people. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and you know, I wish all these people well. I hope they do find their way, but at the same time, they can't be allowed to break into sheds and cars all night and, you know, everything else they're doing. So hopefully it gets sorted. And just remember, when it's time for an election, who got you where you are and who can hopefully get you out. See you guys next time.